for Jeff, like, that'll never happen. Fool him twice, man. He's gonna have guards on every inch of that stage at the next event he does. Probably, yeah, Game Awards in December will be the next one he does. Where should I be? I should probably be in the corner. Should I be in the right corner? I don't know. What do you think? Wait, oh. I think probably this corner because they'll have tech stuff lined up on the right there on the left side of the screen, so I think probably here is the best place to put it. If it gets in the way, we'll make adjustments. Let me know if stuff is too loud, too low. So we decided to set up like audio ducking or anything like that, so I think kind of like level with the stream right now. Just a little bit. Here we go.
Seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
New music. Edited the music a little bit more. New scene.
Come now. There's no cause for panic.
Is this the Whipper hunt? Or the hunt for whatever the thing was that they brought into the city?
This one might make for a worthy opponent.
I think it's huge. That's cool. That's cool. A little more of the city, I think. I don't know if we had that shot before. Alright. Is the cloak gonna come off this time? That's the question. We're going to see Corsair or Pirate. Is it Burns? Yeah, is he gonna throw it off? Is this the job reveal? It is not. Oh. Pumpkins! Yes. Peanuts confirmed.
Might you have a moment to speak further?
We're going back. This is it. This is the job reveal. Slick. 2 swords. Yeah, so Leonardo for the shirt. Yeah, no. Playing this one. Give me the 2-side. Oh, hell yes. Absolutely. That's cool. Yeah, I can't wait to check that out. That's cool. I love the dual saber, like the, I forget what'd you call it, but like the Darth Maul kind of like. Hell yeah. cosplay. I have Yoshida cosplay on my, I don't think I did.
Hi guys!
Yeah, so we'll get info on this.
In my ear.
Thank you for coming today! Welcome to the Final Fantasy XIV Fan Festival 2023 in London! My name is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV. And also, welcome Michael Christopher Coach Fox.
Oh, really? I'm surprised this isn't Kate. I mean,
Hey everyone.
I'm good with Koji, but I'm
it's great
surprised
to be
it's not
back.
Kate.
That said, some of you are probably wondering, where's Kate? What did Koji do with Kate?
Yeah, Koji, damn.
It's okay. Kate is back in Japan working with the team overtime to make sure that the game comes out in summer of 2024. So for now, you're stuck
Okay.
with me.
Darn. Nothing worse than being stuck with Koji. That's
まあ
just
まあ
the
確かに
worst.
ね、ケイトさん今もう日本で 7.0 の作業バリバリしてるからね。今日は工事に、プライマルズと同時に通訳もお願いしてます。日本の皆さんも、それから配信を見ている全世
I
界
love
の
that.
非課
Yeah,
線の
his
皆さんよろしくお願いし
Heaven's
ま
Word
す。
staff
All
shirt.
right, that's right. Kate is hard at work back
Yeah,
in
he wears that
Japan.
to
And we
everything.
thought that since Koji was going to be here with the primals, we'd just try to get our money's worth. So
改めて皆さんこんにちは、お久しぶりです。欧州ロンドン帰ってこれて本当に嬉しいです。
all right, it's great seeing you all again, and I'm so happy to be back in the UK.
さて、北米に続いて開催となるファンフェスティバル2023、2024、今回は欧州ロンドンからお届けしてまいります。
Okay, so now coming hot off the heels of our most recent fan festival in North America, we are excited to kick off the festivities here in London.
前回は北米でしたが、今回ようやく欧州にも帰ってこれました。欧州のプレイヤーの皆さんとお会いできて本当に嬉しいです。
All right, after seeing the fans again in Las Vegas, I'd been really looking forward to seeing our fans here in Europe.
He probably wanted to make sure it was something that he could like
Thank
breathe
you.
in, right?
そし
After
て
going to
改
Vegas.
めて
I mean, not that he was like wearing a
914 か
lot
ら
in
数え
Vegas,
て
but
13年、そして
I think the
新
Reaper
生
stuff was really
14、今年
heavy
で
and
ついに10
kept
周
the
年
heat
とな
in,
り
you
ま
know?
す。これまでの本当にたくさんのサポートありがとうございます。改めてお礼を申し上げます。
All right, so we've come a long way in the 13 years since the launch of 1.0 and the 10 years since the relaunch of A Realm Reborn. And we couldn't have made it this far without you. It's been an amazing journey, and you have my deepest thanks for joining us along the way.
I think my question is when does he get too tired and he puts the swords down, or does he keep one sword because he just likes the idea of swinging a sword around during the
And
presentation,
so
right?
now, without further ado, I'd like to officially kick off the keynote address.
Yes, give us the name of the jury.
Yoshida-san, what's with the...
Oh, that's a nice key art. It's got the
Yeah, what is it?
the summon, the
確かに
one
ね、トレー
trial
ラ
mob they
ー
announced
に出て
over
ました
there
ね。
too,
これと同じ格
on
好
the
の
left side.
光の戦士ね。
All right, it kind of looks like what our Warrior of Light was wearing in the trailer.
まあ僕も50歳になったので、そろそろコスプレは勘弁してほしいっていうふうにスタッフに言ったんですけど、まあどうしてもやれと。
So now I just turned 50 years old this year, and I'm getting a little old for cosplay, but the dev
Never too
team
old
wouldn't
for
take no
cosplay,
for an
Yoshida, come
answer,
on.
so...
.じゃあ早速新情報から参りたいんですが、今スクリーンに映ってるこの、新しい CG イラスト、パッケージデザインになる予定です。ぜひ覚えておいてください。
All right, so with that, let's move on to our first piece of information. First, you have this great artwork up here. This is the package artwork. And, da-dun!
Just a new job? Oh shoot.
では最初にですね、まだ絶賛開発中なのでお見せできるアクションそんなに多くはないんですが、イメージをつかんでいただくために動画をご用意してます。
And our first new information is about the new job. And as always, rather than have me talk about it, let's give you an exclusive sneak peek with this video showing the job in action. Roll it.
Sword in the stone or something, it looked like. That is cool, though. I love that. That aesthetic is pretty neat. We'll get a little bit of a location glimpse here, too. So I wonder if you'll, like, build up a meter. Well, maybe not. I was thinking maybe meter combine first, like Reaper a little bit, but maybe not. That's a cool pose. Okay.
黄金のレガシー新ジョブ第1弾名前をバイパーと言います二刀流の近接命令 DPS です。
All right, so the first of our two new jobs being released with Dawn Trail is the dual-wielding melee DPS Viper.
バイパーはファイナルファンタジー14完全オリジナルジョブとなってます。
Viper is a Final Fantasy XIV original.
世界中から多数いただいた二刀流忍者とは違った二刀流の、正統派剣士を実装してほしいというたくさんのフィードバックに応える形で今回実装が進んでいます。
So it was designed to cater to those players around the world who have been asking for a new dual-wield job that's different from Ninja.
この黄金のレガシーに向けて、完全新規で企画開発が進んできてます。
Yeah.
And it was designed specifically for Dawn Trail.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's cool. It's like you're
CG
thinking
にも
pirate,
ありま
but
すが、今僕が装備してい
kind
る
of
この
thiefy, but like I like the aesthetic of the weapon combined thing. Like I'm a huge Darth
And
Maul
as you can
fan.
see here in the art and from what
So,
was shown in the
yeah,
video
sign me
and what
up.
I am wearing, this is the Viper's job-specific gear.
Yeah, I'll definitely be playing
で
this
は
for
バイ
sure.
パーの特徴を見ていくことにしましょう。
All right, so let's take a closer look at the Viper's characteristics. Ta-da.
ロールは近接 DPS で装備枠は忍者と同じデックス命令という区分になってます。
So the Viper's role is melee DPS, with the gear type falling under the dexterity melee category, or the same as Ninja.
It's scouting gear, right?
二刀流武器というこの専用の武器を使うことになります。
And Vipers will utilize dual blades that are unique to the job.
クリックしてね。対応クラスは存在していないので最初からジョブの状態で使用可能です。
And of course, Viper will not have any required class. You'll start with the job.
条件使う条件は黄金のレガシーの、権利を所有していることといずれかのジョブレベルが80になっていることです。
And the only prerequisites for use being that the players have, of course, purchased Dawn Trail expansion and have at least one job at level 80.
そしてジョブの取得場所クエストの開始地はウルダハを予定してます。
And the starting location for the job quest will be
Glimpse.
Ul'dah.
黄金のレガシースタートに際して条件さえ整っていればすぐに使用可能になりますので、
Super
バイパー
Alexa
で
as、
メインクエスト進めていただくのも良いかと思います。
And again, the job should be available immediately at Dawn Trail's launch, as long as the aforementioned prerequisites are cleared. So if you want to play the whole Dawn Trail main scenario as a Viper, you can do that.
続いて じゃあそのバトルイメージちょっと見ていきたいと思います。
All right, let's talk about the battle concept.
バイパーはこの特徴として二刀流武器を使用しますが、
So a Viper will use a pair of one-handed blades to attack their foes.
これを用いたこの二刀流の攻撃と、さらにこのブレードを合体させた合体剣という攻撃2つ、持ってます。
But they can also combine these blades in a single two-handed weapon to deal heavier blows.
そして特徴的なのがですね、常時ヘイストがかかっているジョブになるために攻撃頻度かなり高いジョブになります。
So in addition to dealing swift attacks that are so fast that they feel like they already have haste cast on them,
今回、まだ開発中ということで、アクションまだまだ少ないんですが、自己強化することで、先ほどねオーラをまとってましたが、そういった強力な、DPS を出せる状態という特殊なモードも用意されてます。
and so a Viper also has the ability to summon this special power to temporarily enhance themselves, kind of like you saw with that aura that they had in the trailer. So basically, you're getting that extra DPS.
ウェポンスキルの間にアビリティを挟む頻度というのも非常に高いことを想定しているので、かなりスタイリッシュかつ操作頻度が高いジョブとして、現在開発が進んでます。
So Viper is a technically demanding yet highly stylish melee job that affords frequent opportunities for players to execute various abilities in between the weapon skills.
ご期待に添えるように、開発を進めておりますので、どうぞこの新ジョブバイパーご期待ください。
All right, the development team is working hard to create something that lives up to your high expectations, so please look forward to it.
ありがとうございます。では今のバトルのイメージの説明を踏まえて、もう一度先ほどの動画、流してみたいと思います。
All right, so now, with all of that I've just explained in mind, let's take one more look at that video. Roll it.
Yeah, I was expecting the burst to be more coincided with the join blade, but that's not the vibe I get here. So he does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This might be more like Dragoon, actually. If he did 2 3-action combos and then he gets the extra at the end of that. And then the burst, so it might be a little bit like Dragoon and Reaper.
ありがとうございます。このコスプレすごくてですね、武器ちゃんと合体する。
Yeah,
The cosplay
you did a really
connects.
great job with the cosplay.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm excited to try
あ
it.
んまりやると飾
I
り
don't
が
have any scouting gear.
Yeah, you should hold off. It's gonna break. Don't break it. Be careful. Calm down.
At least with Reaper, I
も
could
ちろ
still
ん
use that gear for my
この王のレ
Dragoon.
ガシーで実装
This is
さ
a
れる
whole
ジョブという
other
のはこのバイパ
set
ー
of
一つだ
gear
け
I
では
never
ありま
can
せ
never
ん。
mess with.
So
So.
now you all know that Dawn Trail will feature not one, but 2 new jobs.
すでに遠隔魔法 DPS キャスターであることは皆さんにお伝えしていますが、さてどんなジョブになるのか。
All right, and you already know that the second job is to be ranged magic DPS.
すでに北米の基調講演でもヒントはもう出ておりますので、答え合わせはすみません、日本のファンフェス
Kiryu
まで
walks
お待
out
ちくだ
dressed
さい。
up as a
But
green
as
mage.
for what that job is, well, other than the little hint I dropped back in Las Vegas, you're gonna have to wait until Tokyo.
So that hint wasn't for Viper. Okay. I mean, it could have been though, right? You have 2 swords,
Wait,
right?
wait,
Like
wait, wait, wait.
Leonardo.
何？
Wait.
何？
Are you gonna hold those sword the whole time?
まあそうね。
Yeah.
じゃあちょっと武器スタンド出してもらっていい
Okay.
かしら。
Can we bring the stands out for the swords?
That's funny. I actually mentioned that earlier. Like, I wonder how long he's
Maybe?
gonna hold the swords.
Stands for the sword? Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank
An actual
you.
okay. For a second, I thought it was just like behind the like behind the stage
okay.
intern. He was just gonna like hold the swords for the rest of the presentation.
Okay.
But there is actually a little.
And now for your real weapon, the clicker.
Okay.
He did decide to keep one sword. Did I call that or
Item, item
what?
level up. では続いて、基調講演進めてまいりたいと思います。新たな拡張パッケージ黄金のレガシーについて北米でも、ご紹介しましたがストーリー改めて簡単に振り返っておこうと思います。
All right, so we already talked a little bit about Dawn Trail's story in Las Vegas, but we'd like to do a little recap before we continue.
Yeah,
まず
okay.
今回皆さん
Summer vacation.
光の戦士にお届けするのは僕たちからの最高の夏休みがテーマになっております。
So we already talked a little bit about how Dawn Trail would provide the Warriors of Light with a well-deserved summer vacation.
新たなる冒険、そのバカンスの目的地は西方のトラル大陸と呼ばれている地域になります。
And that vacation would be taking place in the far western land of Tural.
すでにパッチ 6.5 のメインストーリーパート1にてその片鱗、出ておりますが
So with the release of part 1 in patch 6.5, you got a glimpse of where the story will be taking you.
本格的にストーリーがこの 7.0 につながっていくのは、パッチ 6.5、メインクエストパート2の方からになりますのでぜひご注目ください。
But it will be the release of part 2 that you'll better understand what's in store for you and the Scions and how everything in Dawn Trail's main narrative connects together.
光の戦士の皆さんが依頼されるのはトラル大陸におけるある王国の王位継承レースへの助力になります。
So the Warrior of Light has been asked to sail west across the Indigo Deep to assist in a right of succession for Tural's throne.
I kind of want to compare trailer lengths now and see like
おなじみのメン
how
バ
much
ーも
more
ち
we
ろん
might
勢
have
ぞろ
for
い
the
し
Dawn
ていきます
trailer.
が
The Dawn trailer.
And of course, all the Scions will be joining the Warrior of Light in Tural.
今回そこで繰り広げられるのは
Well, also,
暁の決命を二分する
divide it. Oh, we know that.
王位継承レースです。
But not all will be on the same side for the upcoming contest.
まあ北米でも聞いたんですけど、ちょっと
But
ヨ
it's
ー
not
ロッ
that
パ
big
で
of
も
a
聞いてみ
deal
ましょう
because it's
か。
all super lighthearted and it doesn't really matter.
暁のメンバーと一緒にレースに参加したいですか？
Okay, so we asked the same question in Las Vegas, but we want to ask all of you, who do you want to be with you when you're in the contest? Who from the Scions?
I want my adventuring fellow NPC from
一番
1.0
最
to
初
join
に
me.
アリゼっていう声があります。
I heard Alize first. Somebody's really excited.
I mean, yes, Ali's say first. Harsh thought. Oh, that's gonna be awkward for them.
いや、いろんな
Oh, Graha's totally on
い
our
や
side.
これだけでもたくさんの
There's no
方に
way.
ね、いろんなキャラクター愛していただいてるのは本当に
But
嬉
if
し
they
い
let
で
us
す。
I'm
choose,
really happy that you all love all of the Scions
I
so
would love
much.
and hate that.
誰
Because
が
I
レ
like
ースの
there
敵
to
に回るのかも
be a-
ご注目ください。
But we can't tell you now, but who's going to be on your
I
side?
like
Who's
things
going
to
to
be
be on the opposing
canon.
side? You'll have to wait to find out.
I don't like the idea of player choice dictating story
こ
and
の
creating
7.0
branches.
拡張
Like
の
when,
全体のテーマとしては、
When we had
Final
Baldesion
Fantasy
Arsenal,
14
and you basically get to
新
pick
た
if
な
a
冒
character
険の
lives or
幕開け
dies.
と
I
いうテー
hated
マを
that.
抱え
I'm
て
like,
ます。
but it's
So
different
the
for
main
everybody then,
narrative
and that
theme
just
for Final
that drives
Fantasy
me
XIV
nuts.
7.0 is a journey of new discovery.
もちろんストーリーもこれまでの拡
That I
張
feel
パッケー
like
ジ
is
同様、
new, right?
RPG 丸1本分の体験しっかりお届けしていこうと思います。
And as always, we plan on providing players with a full standalone RPG's worth of story and experiences with this single expansion.
そのきっかけとなる王位継承レースとは何なのか。
What, however, will that story entail? What is this contest?
トラル大陸にはどんなエリアや冒険が待ち構えているのか。
What adventures await in this new land?
そしてエメトセルクも言っていたこの黄金鏡というキーワードは一体何なのか。
And what is this city of gold that Emmett Selk talked about?
もちろんこれまで同様
We
に
have heard about the City of Gold before,
皆
but
さん
I feel
に
like
驚いていただく
the
仕掛けというの
a journey
も
of
ご用意
discovery, I feel
し
like
ていますので
that part's
ぜ
new.
ひそのストーリーお見逃し
Before
の
I
な
thought
い
they
よ
were
うよ
just
ろしくお願
talking
いし
about
ま
like
す。
And of
they
course, we
mentioned it was
have
like
a
a summer
lot of other
vacation kind of thing.
surprises. I
I
can
could
tell
just
you
be
right now, they're
misremembering.
going to be big ones.
Good, give us big surprises. We need big surprises.
まあ僕らもここからね、6.0 でストーリー1回ハイデリン・ゾディアーク編完結してこの物語が どう皆さんと一緒に転がっていくのかめちゃくちゃ楽しみにしてますので、ぜひ引き続き皆さんと一緒にファイナルファンタジー14作っていきたいと思います。
I mean, I know you guys really enjoyed the Hydaelyn Zodiark series, but we have something that's even better waiting for you in Dawn Trail. We hope you enjoy it.
That is a bold-ass claim. That is a very bold claim.
ではここから、新たな冒険の舞台となるトラル大陸に関して、北米のファンフェスに情報をさらに付け加えて、お届けしていきたいと思います。
All right, so
I'm gonna
next
just
up, let's
clip
talk a little
that so
bit
I
more
could go
about
back
Tural,
later,
and we're
'cause
going
I
to start by
forget that I wanna
expanding on
quote
some of
that.
the info that released back in Vegas.
これまでの冒険の舞台は三大州と呼ばれる地域でし
Get
た。
the clouds
So
out
up
of
until
there.
now,
We
we've
don't
spent
need 'em.
most of our time on the 3 great continents.
今回はドーントレイルの冒険により活動地域が西側、海を越えた西方へ広がっていきます。
But as we talked about last time, our adventures in Dawn Trail will be taking us far to the west.
ですので今回の拡張だけではなく、今後皆さんの冒険の舞台は惑星ハイデリン全体へと及んでいくことになります。
But again, this doesn't mean that we've seen all of Hydaelyn, most of Hydaelyn, not all of Hydaelyn.
では
Okay.
前回の北米のファンフェスでもお伝えした、プレイヤータウントライオラというところに関して追加の情報をお伝え
They
してい
can
きたい
get
と思
away
い
with
ます。
saying stuff like
All right,
that when there's
so next we're going to
shards to
talk
visit,
about
right?
that main hub, the main city player hub that the Warrior List of Light will be operating from during Dawn Trail.
これまでのプレイヤータウンよりもかなり多民族、多くの民族入り乱れた、街という特徴になってます。
So this city of Tuliulao will be far different from the existing player hubs that the players have seen before.
That is a
こ
mouthful.
れ
That's
まで
going
は
to
ス
take
ク
a
リ
few
ーンシ
times
ョット
to
とアートワー
to
クで
remember
ご
how
紹
to
介したん
pronounce
です
that
が、
one.
開発が進み動画の準備ができましたので
Maybe.
動画でご
We
覧いた
we
だこう
did
と思い
have
ます
So the last
screenshots.
time we were
last
only able
time,
to
I
show you
believe.
the city via screenshots
Yeah,
and
you called
artwork,
it. You
but
called
this
it.
time we've prepared some special in-game footage. So with that in mind, roll the tape.
So those are like the things that Ishtal is looking at in the trailer. So kind of big open cafes. It's a little Charlatan. Little hot spring maybe. You can see the Aethernet shard there on the left there. Man, I picked the worst bingo card. I've got nothing still.
So
that I've checked off.
before we continue, we had a little message from Soken, our sound director.
今の動画の曲まだまだモックアップなので
Reminds you of Monster Hunter. Yeah, I mean the new bit with the Stinian in the trailer too felt very
伝え
Monster
てほしいと
Hunter.
言われてます。
So he asked me to tell you that the music playing in the video is just a mock-up.
なのでもっとすごくなるから期待しててくださいとのことです。
And that the final track will be a lot better.
トライオラこれまでのプレイヤータウンと異なり、多数の民族文化が溶け合っているというお話先ほどしました。
So as I mentioned before, the city is far different from the major cities on Hydaelyn. It is a culturally diverse, pluralistic state.
トレーラーで主人公と剣を交えていた2つの頭を持つマムージャの王グルールジャジャによって統治された国です。
So that massive two-headed Mamulja that we saw the Warrior of Light fighting with in the trailer, that's the current ruler of the nation and king of the Mamulja,
Yeah,
Galul
this-
Jaja.
This I
この
think
ト
we
ライオラ
had
オールドシャー
before.
レアンと、カイロで国交があります。
But the Mamulja aren't the only peoples living in the city. On top of that, it appears the city has an established trade route with Old Charlian.
今回ご覧いただいた、動画ウォークスルーですがまだまだ NPC の配置が行われていませんが非常に多くの 密度あるオブジェクト、グラフィックスアップデートの効果ご覧いただけたんじゃないかなと思います。
So in that walkthrough that you just saw, you saw that there were no NPCs there. Those will be added later. But hopefully you got an idea of what the town will look like and all of the high quality of all of the objects that we have thanks to our graphical update.
I feel like that's going to be one of those things, like, it'll be hard to
では続いて
judge
フ
that
ィールド
because
行ってみましょ
it's
う。
a new area, not like
So
a
next I'd like to
comparison that we
introduce you
can
to some
do
of the new areas
with,
that
like,
you'll find
old
in
area
Tural.
versus like revamped
ト
with
ラ
the
ル大陸
graphics, you know
の
what I
フィー
mean?
ルド、まずは前回ご
I mean, it looks
紹
like
介
there's
した
more trees,
オルコパチャとヤクテル樹海についてです。
Okay, so first we're going to start off with the two areas that we talked about in Las Vegas, Urcopacha and Yaktel.
こちらも開発が進んでまいりましたので、今回は動画でウォークスルーご覧いただこうと思います。
And since we talked last, development, of course, has continued, and we are ready to show you some in-game footage. Roll it.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like there's a lot more foliage. I like that water. You can like see through it. Some fog. Yeah, the grass is definitely noticeable. Interesting. Okay. This is giving me a little bit of 1.0 Porthos vibes. I appreciate that. I miss 1.0 Porthos, but it's also like a little deserty. Okay. I think this is where the Pelu Pelu were, if I remember right. From what they told us at Vegas, I think this is the zone where they talk about like how the giants used to live here. I think this is the Tural area. Like a little vineyard or something, an orchard.
まだまだ開発中のエリアではありますが、今回これまで以上に環境設定、自然環境にかなり、注力した自然なエリアというのをご覧いただけたかと思います。
Again, what you saw is still under development, but we've worked really hard on these areas, focusing on creating landscapes that feel even more real and natural than ever before.
動画だけだとね、どうしても分かりにくいところはありますが、皆さん歩いて、いただければ、そのグラフィックスアップデートによる、密度の高さ、クオリティの高さ感じていただけると思いますので、楽しみにしていただければと思います。
I mean, it's a little bit hard to tell in this video, but we've been taking full advantage of that first graphical update coming with Tural, that you're really going to be able to notice this when you get in and play the game.
では続い
Yeah, it's gonna be way
て、
easier to
ここまでは
notice that
北
once
米
you
で
get
もお
hands on
話した
with
情
it.
報なので、さらなる新エリアを、アートとスクリーンショットで見ていきたいと思います。
But these two areas we already talked about in Las Vegas. Today, we're going to bring you something new, some new areas, especially for London.
Oh.
こちらコザマルカという首都であるトライオラの南に広がっている密林地帯です。
Okay, so Kozamauka is a very dense jungle located to the south Tural's capital city of Tuliolao.
ドントレーラーのトレーラーの中にもあの特徴的な、巨大な岩登場していたと思います。岩のある上部とそれから下部2つのエリアに分かれているのがこのエリアの特徴となっています。
This is the zone from the
Right,
trailer.
so the unique rock
where
formations that you
Stinian is
saw in the
hunting with
trailer
the
are located
Mammaljaw.
in this area, and they split the jungle into upper and lower areas through which countless rivers flow.
特に上層と下層
Upper and
の
lower
間にあ
areas
る
known
巨
as
大な滝、大爆
early
風も大きな
MSQ,
特徴にな
later
っています。
MSQ.
And there are a lot of waterfalls in between the upper and lower areas as well.
ここに住まう部族も、多種多様、新たな出会いが皆さんを、待ち構えています。
Several different peoples call this region home, meaning there's much adventure to be had.
ではこちらコザマルカ、開発中のスクリーンショットをご覧いただこうと思います。
All right, so let's take a look at some in-development screenshots.
Yeah, this is definitely that part
こ
from
の
the
今
trailer.
回ご紹介するスクリーンショットはいずれも下層からの風景になってます。
So the screenshots that we have here are from the area's lower elevations.
今までではちょっと作れなかったよ
It
う
kinda gives me
な
like
景色、環境
1.0
よく見えてるんじゃないかなと
vibes
思います。
a little bit, right? With the
We're able
waterfall
to
stuff.
create a new type of area that feels very unique from the areas that we've created in the past.
今回特にですね、空気感とかそれから光の表現というものに非常にこだわって開発を進めてます。
And as you can see, special attention has been paid to lighting to create this perfect atmosphere.
そしてこちら、昼間の様子ですね。
And here is the jungle in midday.
大幕府から流れ落ちた水がいくつもの川となり、支流にこうやって注ぎ込んできていると。
Just follow the
And so
follow
the
the right wall
waterfalls
to north.
from the upper elevations feed the countless small rivers that flow out of the jungle to the sea.
右に見えるのが集落ですね。そして中央の木にもよく見ると、上の方に建造物があったりするのがわかると思います。
And so on the right, you can see a small village, and even in that tree in the center, you can see a small building located within the tree.
そしてこちら最後はやや引いた状態の、円
I
形
do
です
like
ね。
how
And so we've zoomed out a little for this next shot.
the trees feel.
見たところ、
Like,
あまり
obviously you
危
still
険
need
な
to make
雰囲気
room to,
というのは感じられない
walk around and
と
navigate and
思う
stuff,
ん
but
です
I
が、
like how
果た
dense
し
it
て
feels. Like that's how a
どういった
jungle
物語
should be,
になるの
right?
か、いろいろ想像していただけると嬉しいです。
So from here, it doesn't look that dangerous, but you all know what lurks in the shadows, so.
さてちょっと続いてももう1エリア紹介していきましょ
All
う。
right,
まず、
so let's move on to our next area,
まずはアートでご覧いただきます。
starting with some artwork. Wait.
What? What?
like a tower on the
In-game
right.
secret?
Oh, it's a mistake.
There's
The bug.
It's a bug.
is that a train going?
先ほどまでご紹介してきたところと随分雰囲気が変わり、荒野のような雰囲気だと思います。
So this arid desert-like region is completely different from the previous.
あそこにある巨大なシークレットの文字、もちろんマップオブジェクトではないです。
And so we have that big secret. That's not a map object. That's not going to be in the real game, if that wasn't obvious.
あのエリアにですね、ものすごく重要なものがあるんですけど、あまりにもスポイラーが激しすぎるので、シークレットって書いといてくれってお願いをしたので、ああなってます。
So yeah, what we have there is something that is very, very pivotal to the story. It's a huge secret, and we didn't want to show it here because we wanted you to experience it in-game, so I made sure that they put secret up there.
You know, you can see the
なの
like
で、
the smoke
こ
plumes.
の気象
coming out
公
with
園な
that
ど
blue
で
stuff.
お見せ
That's
し
probably
て
not
しまうと
cerulean. That's probably stuff from
皆さんの
the
楽しみをね大きく損なっ
the
て
blue
しまう可能
canyon
性があ
that
るの
gets talked
で
about in the
ぜひ
the
です
mage
ね
quest.
プレ
How
イ
they're
ヤー
supposed
の
like they have
皆
some
さん
kind of grand
ご
canyon,
自
but
身で
it's
見ていただけたら
like
な
all
と
blue
思っ
and
てこういう
stuff.
対応をさ
Was
せ
it
てもらってます
cerulean?
And we want to show a lot of information here, but we
But
also don't want
that's
to
gotta
ruin
be
your game
somewhere in this
experience.
expansion,
And
right?
so for
So I
this,
think that'll
because
be
it's
in
such a
there.
big secret and it's so exciting, and we want you to experience that in-game, we've decided to keep it under wraps for now.
このエリアの名前シャロニ荒野と言います。
All right, so the name of this area is Shaloni.
トラル大陸中央部に広がる荒野
So it is a relatively flat, rain-starved region in central Tural.
西林線が発見されたことによってこのエリア近代化が進んでいます。
But here, civilization is experiencing a boom due to a recent discovery of ceruleum deposits.
西林線ってちょっと日本語で言うとね
Alright.
何ってなると思うんですけど西林水の湧き出る泉のことですね。
And so basically,
Oh,
there
it's
are
a
these kind of
lake.
springs where the ceruleum bursts up through the ground.
さあこの大陸での冒険だんだんなんか夏休みなのか本当にっていう感じにちょっとなってきたかなと思います。
So again, we mentioned summer vacation before, but the more we see of
Yeah,
Tural,
railroad,
the more we
collab.
realize, the less we understand about Tural.
じゃあスクリーンショットもまだ開発中ですがお見せしましょう。
All right, but let's take a look at some in-development screenshots.
かなり
Yeah,
広い
yeah, yeah,
荒
yeah.
野
It
が
looks like an oil rig.
広がってますね。
So yes, unlike the dense jungles that we showed before, this area is a lot more open.
This
このエリ
is
ア
kind
は
of
です
like
ね、
when we
バ
saw
イクの
on
マ
a
ウント
rank
なん
for the
かが
first
大
time.
変似合いそうですね。
I was getting kind
Yeah,
of
it
like
looks like
Wild
this would be a
West
good place to
vibes
break out
before we
your
knew it was on the
motorbike
first.
mounts.
This is like proper like Wild West kind
機械
of
化、それか
kind of
ら
a、setting.
技術進歩というのが目覚ましく進んできており、さまざまな人や物との出会いが皆さんを待ち構えています。
So yes, you'll see a lot of newer technology and machines, as well as encounter the people that built them.
先ほどのね、シークレッ
It's
ト
like
の
the
部分
Wild
が
Wild
ね、
West.
一番
There
こ
needs
の
to
エ
be
リ
a,
アの
a
特徴
dungeon
なん
out
でお
here
見せ
where
で
the
きなく
boss is a
て
giant
残念ではあ
mechanical
るんです
spider
が。
piloted by
Yeah, and as I said before, this
like
area
Will
also
Smith.
hides a very, very big secret, but one that I won't be showing today.
この後のまた情報でもちょっとずつあれこんな雰囲気なのかなみたいな情報出てくるので、この後の、基調講演もちょっと見ていってください。
But again, we won't be talking about it today, but there may be some things, some hints in other things that we have for you today that may give you a better idea of what is in that secret area.
もちろん荒野ばかりが広がっているわけではなく、このエリアこうした地域もあってですね、さまざまな文化の融合というのが、行われています。
Of course, it's not all empty wastes out there. The area features
Train
locations
heist
such as
dungeon,
this
yeah.
one too,
Bank
that are
robbery.
populated by a variety of peoples.
かなりの、ドラマ性高い物語
Variety of peoples.
用意して
We're gonna get a new
いますの
tribe?
で、ストーリー展開にぜひご注目ください。
Right, as for what drama awaits you here, as well as the other areas that we showed today, you'll just have to look forward to it.
では、
Okay.
エリアの紹介これぐらいにして、前回北米でご紹介したペルペル族に続きもう一ユコ部族ちょっと紹介してみようかなと思います。
So moving on from areas, next up we'd like to talk a little bit about the types of peoples that you'll meet in Tural.
まあこれはね皆さんちょっと見たことはあるだろうなと。
So this next one, some of you may recognize them.
こちら名前をモブリン族と言います。
Let's go.
And they are called the Moblins.
エオルゼア地域ではゴブリンと呼ばれている部族ですが、基本的には同一部族ですね。
So they strongly resemble the goblins that reside in Eorzea, but they have their own unique characteristics.
ちょっと特徴をご紹介しましょう。
And let's take a look at those characteristics.
先ほどご紹介したコザマルカに住む、一つの部族です。
So these Moblins mainly reside in the previously mentioned jungles of Kozamauka.
三大州に住まうゴブリン族はメカが大好きでしたね。
So, and unlike the goblins of the three great continents who are expert builders and tinkers,
こちらは調達の達人ということで大きく考え方が異なっているようです。
these Moblins are experts in gathering and procuring items.
彼らとの協調でですね、どんなものづくりが、行われていくのか楽しみなところです。プレイヤーの皆さん、特にねクラフターとかギャザラーとか、絡んでくる可能性が非常に高いんじゃないかなと思います。
And so with these Moblins and allies, just think of all the wonderful things that adventurers might create, especially our crafters and gatherers.
All right, so it's the gathering and crafting beast tribe quests. So we're gonna get
では
those in one tribe.
エリアの追加情報をお届けしてまいりました。
All right, I think that's about enough today. That's all we can say regarding Tural.
I was gonna say, my guy, you have 40 minutes
さ
left.
らに黄金のレガシーのコンテンツも含めた全体の内容、北米の基調講演おさらいしつつ新情報を混ぜながら進めていきたいと思います。
Now, I'd like to talk more about the other features and content that await the Warriors of Light in Dawn Trail.
Yeah, we do this.
皆さんのおかげでついに皆さんのレベルが100に到達することになります。
So as you know, we'll be
They just
taking
do
the
the
level cap
Xbox
into
announcement
triple
again.
digit
I
territory,
mean-
level 100, and that's thanks to you.
皆さんレベル最後どれぐらいまで行きたいですか？
How far do you want to go? We're at 100 now. How far do you want to go?
I just hope there's a Moblin Maze Mongers reference with the Moblin.
2000
2,000. Oh my god.
ねえあんまりレベルの桁が上がりすぎてもねえ
The UI, you need more space.
Yes Yeah.
Too many numbers. We need to-
EXP
That's right. The XP bar is just.
せっかく一回ね桁下げたの
That's
に
right. We got rid of some of those zeros, so we're gonna have to add.
もちろんクラフターやギャザラーの皆さんもすべてレベルキャップ100に、させていただきます
And of course, this will be for all jobs, including disciples of the land and hand.
Yeah.
では続いてバトルコンテンツに関してちょっと新情報も交えつつお伝えしていきたいと思います
Battle
All right, so next, I want to talk a
content.
little bit about some of 7.0's core battle content. We have some new things to show you as well.
Oh, thank God. Please give us some
ま
mid-core.
ずフィールドのアクティブタイムイベントやそれからモブハント新しいトレジャーハント、これらすべて、いつも通りしっかりたくさん用意させていただいてます
So, active time events, the fates, the
Sorry,
hunt,
I had to.
treasure hunts. We're gonna have all these.
No, this isn't new.
でもちろん
Get on
新
with
しい
it.
ダンジョ
Oh
ンというのも
shit.
たくさんあります
What
And of course,
is?
we're working on
That's
many new
that's like
dungeons
the
as well.
cerulean plant or
ダン
something.
ジョン
It's a dungeon. This is a dungeon.
ダンジョンの数もですねこれまで以上
Are we gonna get
No.
like a
まあ同数しっかり用意
Like a
させていただいて
Mako
ま
reactor type
す制作
situation?
順調に進んでます
Okay, and we're gonna have at least as many dungeons as we had in the past expansions.
今回はいくつかのダンジョンについてスクリーンショットやアートワークでちょっとさらにね追加情報としてお伝えしていこうと思います
Right, so next, let's take a look at some art and screenshots showcasing a few of those dungeons in development.
と言いながらこのアートも新情報だよね
But yeah, this art, this is awfully new.
まずスクリーンショット1枚目
All right, off to our first screenshot.
okay boat down the
ダ
river?
ンジョン
This is a dungeon.
ダンジョン
This is a dungeon. Dungeon? Area? Dungeon.
It's a
Ju-
dungeon.
It's Jungle
Yes.
Cruise.
Okay, as long as you're sure.
まあダンジョンというとねどうしてもこう
Is
洞窟をイメ
The
ージ
Rock
されがち
gonna
なん
drive
ですが、こ
Pilot,
の
pilot that boat for us?
一見川の普通のフィールドに見えるところこちらダンジョンで、なんとジャングルクルーズからスタートします
Yeah, that
So yeah,
first
when
picture,
people think
I'm
dungeons,
getting
they
like
usually think
Mako
like
reactor
caves,
vibes.
but looks like this one will start off as a river cruise.
まあねちょっとどんな戦闘とかね、キャラクター同士の掛け合いとか繰り広げられるのか今からちょっと楽しみですよね
But I'll let you imagine what kind of battles and player interactions are going to go on there.
でもちょっと落ちたくないね
I don't want to fall in the river though. No, not a good idea.
ね
Like
なんか
crocodiles,
そう
piranhas.
やられそう
Yeah.
こちら、まあ、一見するとちょっとアートワークにも見えるかもしれませんが、こちら実機の、画像
This is
になり
giving
ます
me
So I know this looks a lot like artwork, but this is an actual in-game screenshot.
Babiki Bay.
川登りなのか川下りなのかそれらを向かった先がこんな感じです
So yeah, are we going upriver or downriver? Who knows? But at the end of the cruise, this is what awaits.
いやアートに見えるよね
It does really look like artwork.
この環境セットアップしている開発者今回ロンドンのファンフェス来てますんで、後ほど開発パネルでもこういったお話ししてくれると思います
So yeah, the team that actually worked, one of the members of the team that actually worked on this, and the environment team is here today, and is going to be
That's
up
one
here
of
on
the
stage. So
panels.
looking forward to meeting and hearing what he has to say about
Yeah,
this.
that's the dev panel.
さてさらに雰囲気
That's interesting.
一転して全然また変わったこれもダンジョンです
All right, and now we're somewhere completely different. This also is one of the new dungeons.
これもねなんかアートに見える、ね
It's like
This is also very, yeah, it looks like art.
こちらは外なのか
like
それか
not coral, but it
何
looks
かの
like-
一部なのか自然地形と
like sea
人工物の間に
plant
何か紫色の新植物、
Like the luminosity?
存在してますね
So is this somewhere outside or inside? Is it a part of something? Are those natural formations or man-made? And what are those purple things growing everywhere?
先ほどのエリアをもう少し上がったところになるんでしょうか
And here's another look of the same dungeon, but up from a little higher.
I
明
mean,
ら
it's
か
definitely
に
an outside part.
雰囲気遺跡と思われるものがあるんですがちょっと雰囲気異様な感じですね
So yes, we can see some strange architecture that resembles ancient ruins.
これまでに光の戦士の皆さんが冒険してきたどのエリアともちょっと違った印象になっているんではないかと思います。
So yes, this is far different from any place the warriors of light have journeyed before.
ではダンジョンのお話、最後にですね、開発中の他のダンジョンの、まだちょっと実機はお見せできないんですが、アートワークを2枚ほど持ってきましたので、ちょっとご紹介していこうと思います。
So finally, we have some artwork for 2 more dungeons that we'd like to show you, but you're going to have to use your imaginations to visualize how they're going to turn out in game.
まず1枚目。
So this is our first.
まあこちらまさに
This is gonna
It's a
be
dungeon.
It's a dungeon.
It's a dungeon.
An underground lake.
古代の遺跡のようですが、しっかりしたこういうね構造を持ってる
It's
というふうにね
giving me,
アート見えますね。
But again, this
Scholar
also
vibes.
has that look of sturdily built ancient ruins to it.
こちらはすで
This is giving
に
me scholar vibes.
レベルデザイナーのレベルデザインが終わり、そのレベルデザインに合わせた構造をアートチームがこうデザインしてってるからですね。
Okay, but what you see here is not concept art. In fact, the level design for the dungeon is already complete, and this artwork was created to help the modeling team.
本当はですね、こういう端のあたりにですね、アート担当者のこうスタッフからの注意書き、モデリングするための注意書きとか設定がものすごい数書き込まれてるんですが、さすがにねお見せするわけにいかないのでちょっと消してきました。
So now, artwork like this usually has a lot of text written in the margins to help the designers. It's filled with lore and secrets. But we just kind of cut that out because, to avoid spoilers. Sorry.
そしてもう一枚。
Okay, and now for the surprising one.
Yeah, what?
メカニカル
Summer vacation?
Summer vacation.
Summer vacation.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
I appreciate
maybe.
that now they're making fun
Cold
of summer
capsule.
vacation. Thank you. I
yeah.
needed
Stay
that
cold because it's so
Maybe.
hot.
personally.
Okay.
こちらもダンジョン、しかもメインストーリーに登場するダンジョンなんですが、あまりのね機械文明の発展にちょっとびっくりしますね。
So yes, this is a dungeon for the 7.0 main scenario. But again, unlike the nature that we've seen before, this has a lot of mech.
詳細な解説は差し控えますが、やはりこの 7.0 の冒険、単なる光の戦士の夏休みでは終わらなさそうな気配が漂ってます。
So yes, it looks like Dawn Trail is going to be a little bit more than your ordinary summer vacation.
Ceruleum is going to be a huge.
ではこのダンジョンに登場する、強敵、ボスの一体をちょっとご紹介しようかなと思います。
All right, so now that we've seen where you're going to fight, let's find a little bit about more about who you're going to fight.
We're gonna get
まあ
a new,
前回はね、透滅戦の相手を表示しましたが、
Tural
今回ね透滅
Or
戦
are we
では
just
な
gonna
いん
get
で
like
すが、
a antagonist?
So last time in Las Vegas, we showed one of the raid bosses.
Yep.
バリガレマンダに続いてもう一体大型のモンスターの紹介となります。
And this one is not a raid boss like Valagarmanda that we showed in Las Vegas, but we have a very important and large enemy to show you.
Hello to you.
名前をですね今回ご紹介するのはエリミネーターという
His name is called the Eliminator.
All right. Really?
もうどんどん夏休みから遠ざかっていく。
Yes, we're getting a little bit further away from summer vacation again. Yeah?
まあさてどんな形で出会いどんな戦いになるのか
The
伏
name
せておきますが、こういった今まで多分皆さんが黄金のレガシーでちょっと想像してたのとだんだん変わってきたんじゃないかなと思います。
Now, we can't tell you much about it yet or exactly how you meet, but it's obvious that we're going against expectations for Dawn Trail so far.
このエリミネーターね機械なのかそもそも生物なの
The
か
name is just-
ダンジョンのアートワークに
No.
続いてねだんだん謎が深まっていく基調講演になってるかなと思います。
Again, it's hard to tell if this is a machine or if it is alive or something in between. Yeah?
じゃあ続いてコンテンツサポーター、まあこちらアップデートは行っていきますがもちろん今回も全てのメインストーリーのダンジョン対応させていただいてます。
Okay, next up we have our duty support feature, and you'll be happy to know that this feature will be made available for all of the instance dungeons for 7.0's main scenario.
かなり新しく、コンテンツサポーターとして加わるキャラクターも多いです。
Why
And
wouldn't
of
it
course,
be?
there's going to be a lot new a lot of new characters that are going to be included in this duty support feature.
たくさんの AI 作らなきゃいけなくて、ゲームデザイナーたちすごい四苦八苦しながら開発進んでます。
But that means our game designers and programmers are having to work a lot on all of the new AI.
そして多数の新装備、新クラフト、もちろんギア多数用意しております。
And with all these new dungeons and enemies, the Warrior of Light will need some proper new gear, and we have a lot of new recipes to make sure that you're properly kitted.
おしゃれがね気になる皆さんもぜひご期待ください。
And of course, we'll be introducing a lot of fashionable items as well.
ではちょっと新しい装備のアートワーク見てみましょう。
So let's take a closer look at some artwork for these new items.
Okay.
まずギャザラークラフターもね専用装備当然すべて一新されます。
All right, Disciples of the Land in Hand will, of course, be getting new job-specific gear as well.
モデリングも
Weaver, I think.
第一
on
次
the
グラフィックスアッ
left.
プデートを行った状態で順調に進んでいます。どのように実機で見られるかご期待ください。
Or
So we're
goldsmith.
currently in the modeling phase of development with our new graphical update. So for now, you're going to have to imagine
But
how
like
these
you can see
designs will look
you
when
can see
rendered
the
in game.
tool for this
そして
guy.
こちらはジョブ専用装備の一部ですね。
Mountains
And
of
here we
White
have some
Mage,
job-specific
Dark
gear for the Disciples of War and Magic.
まあどれがどのジョブかは言わなくても大丈夫だよね。
We don't need to tell you what jobs these are for, right?
今回もジョブ専用装備はですね冒険のその地域の特徴デザインにあまり寄せずそのジョブのイメージというのをストレートに書き起こすようにというふうにディレクションしてます。
Okay, instead of designing the gear to match more of the geographical or cultural feel of Tural, we decided to take a much more straightforward approach with their design.
I
では
appreciate
続い
that.
て、新たな生活系大規模コンテンツ
So, as I mentioned back in Las Vegas, we are planning some expansive new lifestyle content for Dawntrail.
まあ、7.X シリーズにおいてもですねイシュガルト復興とかそれから無人島開拓に続く新しい、生活系の大規模コンテンツをお届けしていく予定です。
This will be new
Foundation.
content that'll be featured alongside existing content such as
something
Ishgardian
else.
Restoration and Island Sanctuary.
なんとかですねこの場で発表したかったんですがもう少し企画の詳細を詰めたいということで、残念ながら詳細までは今日お伝えできないんですが日本のファンフェスでは、内容をお届けできるかと思います。
So, the plan was to show you that new content here, but the team in charge didn't think it was quite ready and wanted just a little bit more time, so we're going to be putting off the big reveal until Tokyo, so we have to wait a little bit longer.
開発チーム頑張ってるのですいません許してください。
The dev team is hard at work, so please forgive them.
ありがとうございます。皆さんの拍手でね今めっちゃ日本で頑張ってくれてると思います。
All right, they just heard your cheering, and so now they're like, oh, gotta get back to work, gotta get
ありがとうございます。
So, thanks.
ただ今回の、生活系の大規模コンテン
I wonder if they're gonna give us
ツ、前
something to
回
make
ね
up for
無
that
人
or
島
not.
開拓は一人で遊
I
ぶ
mean,
も
not that,
の
like, we
っていう
are
形でした
owed
が
anything, but-
今企画しているのは皆さん多人数で、遊んでいく
I wonder if they
盛り上がっていくという
flipped
コ
an
ンテンツの
announcement
企画
to, like,
内容に
trade
な
off
ってます
for
の
that.
で
You know what I mean?
また詳細
Like
の
if
発
we'll
表を
get
ね
like
ご期待い
ephemeral
た
or
だければと
something
思います。
instead
So while
now.
Island Sanctuary was more solo content, this new content that we have planned for Dawntrail is going to be something that you can enjoy with a lot of people.
さてでは各種バトルコンテンツもご紹介しましょう。
Bring out Sakaguchi.
All right, we mentioned battle content a little earlier, but we have a lot more installed.
さあ、これらのバリアントダンジョン、8人レイドそれからもちろん
Bring out
絶シリーズも、
Sakaguchi
7.X シリーズ頑張って、これらすべて作ってまいります。
So we'll be adding new variant dungeons, a new 8-player raid, and a new ultimate raid that will be just as challenging as those that become before.
Alliance raid's not on that
そし
slide
て
because it's the
当
next
然なが
slide.
らアライアンスレイド
There it
も
is.
新シリーズ始まります。
And of course, we can't forget our alliances out there.
今日ここではですねその次のアライアンスレイドが一体どんなものになるのかご紹介したいと思います。
And so here in London, we are excited to finally announce our latest Alliance Raid series.
Do it.
わあ、ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
Thank you. 次のアライアンスレイドシリーズのタイトルは
Holy shit.
エコーズ・オブ・バナディールというタイトルでお届けします。
So our newest alliance raid is Echoes of Vana'diel.
MMORPG として大先輩であるファイナルファンタジー11、運営開始からすでに21年、その運営20周年を記念して我々、次なるアライアンスレイドシリーズは
I'm not
その
crying.
ファイナルファンタジ
This is- I
ー
have something in
11
my
の世界を垣間見る冒険をお届けしたいと思います。
So to celebrate over 20 years of Final Fantasy XI, we are turning to our MMORPG Senpai
Yes.
and stepping into Vana'diel to get a glimpse of this wonderful, exciting world.
果たしてどんなストーリー、どんなボスが登場するのか、ぜひご期待ください。
As for what story will feature, who you will meet, what bosses you will fight, we can't tell you that.
もちろんファイナルファンタジー11から続くね、このファイナルファンタジーシリーズの長い MMO を楽しんでいただいている、そして今もねファイナルファンタジー11遊んでいただいている方にも楽しんでいただける内容に仕上げていこうと思ってます。
But we
was
can
not
guarantee that it will be
expecting
something that longtime fans of Final Fantasy XI and even players of fans right now will be able to truly enjoy.
Man.
さあ、じゃあちょっと質問していいですか？
So, speaking of which, I have a question for all of you.
11今もやってるんだよなって。
How many people out there are still playing 11?
Oh, well.
ありがとうございます。いやいや、もう11はめちゃくち
Are
ゃ
they
やっ
gonna
たよ。
do the
今は14
subscription
やってる
thing?
けど、11めちゃくちゃやったよっていう。
And so, how about people that, I'm playing 14 right now, so I don't have time for them, but I played a lot of 11 back in the day.
あー
I
すごい。
mean-
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
Yes. Holy shit.
長らくですね、我々スクエアニックスの MMO を支えていただいて本当にありがとうございます。
So yes, thank all of you who've been supporting Square Enix through our MMORPGs for such a long time.
おそらくですね、配信を見てくださってる、方々も大いに今ね手を挙げてくださってるんじゃないかなと思います。
And I bet a lot of people watching on the stream as well have been raising their hands.
ぜひぜひご期待ください。
So again, please look forward to it.
I was not expecting that.
ではさらに、コンテンツ継続してアップデートしていきますよというお話をちゃんとしておこうと思います。
And of course, we're going to continue our updates
I have
of existing
1,000
contents as well
questions.
during the 7.x series.
もう一個一個は説明しませんが、
I'm not going to explain each of them here, but you can get the idea.
もうこれらは一個ずつ言いません。引き続き 7.x でも大量のアップデートをお届けしていく予定です。
So yes, you can expect updates of all the content you see here.
そしてまあこれだけじゃなくてですね、久しぶりに、こちらも予定してます。
But we have something even more special. And
No, no.
Sloppy.
次なるリミテッドジョブというものの開
Do
発
not
を今
want.
進め始めてます。
Do
all right,
not
to go
want.
alongside Blue Mage, we are currently working on an all-new second limited job.
まあ実装まで、まあ、ちょっと 7.x シリーズの後半で実装の予定なのでちょっとしばらくお待ちいただくことにはなりますが、
But again, its release isn't currently planned until the latter half of the 7.x series.
まあ、どんなジョブになるのかちょっと聞いてみようかな。
But, we do hope to tell you more about it soon, but we're going to kind of ask you, what do you think it's going to be?
Yes.
A waste of development resources is that's what it's gonna be.
Beastmaster!
あービーストマ
A
スタ
waste
ー
of development
ビーストマ
resources.
スター結構いる。ちょっとコウジ聞いてみてよ、他にどんなのあるか。
Anything else? Fisher?
いやいやいやいや
We already...
結構ねからくり師ってさ英語だとなんていうの？
I can't remember. What is it?
からくり師。
It's gonna be Beastmaster, I think.
パペマスター？ ああ、なるほどなるほど。
Oh yeah.
Like so much has been leaning towards
Yeah,
Beastmaster.
so
We know Yoshida
I'm
doesn't know what to do with
like a
jobs that have
Beastmaster.
pets. Like,
ビースマスターなまあでもやっぱりパーティープレイではなかなか、実現できない、遊びとセットで、新しいリミテッドジョブ
What a
開発していきますので、まあ、ぜひ
What are we
どんな
not
もの
getting
にな
now
るか、
because they're spending
お待ちいた
more
だければ
time
と思い
on
ます
But yeah, we're really
limited
excited. We're
jobs.
working on a lot of different ideas, something that we can do that's separate from party play, similar to how it is with the Blue Mage. So yeah, please look forward to it.
まあそんなに遠くないタイミングで、どんなリミテッドジョブになるかお伝えしていけるんじゃないかなと思ってます。企画は順調に進んでおります。
While we can't say any more here, we do hope to reveal more information very, very soon.
各種コンテンツアップデート、ここまで触れてきましたが、今回もですねグラフィックスアップデートの、進捗についてこの場でちょっとお伝えしたいと思います。
All right, so now that we've talked about our content updates, I'd like to move on to the planned first graphical update.
前回のファンフェス途中経過お伝えしてますが、その途中経過に対して皆さんからのフィードバック、いただいてます。そこでさらに調整しましたよというのをちょっとお伝えしたいと思って持ってきてます。
Okay, so after showing everyone our progress with the graphical update back in Las Vegas, we got a lot of player feedback. Over the past few months, we've taken that feedback and we've made even further adjustments.
メインキャラクターの種族アウラだよっていう方、
So how many people here have an aura character?
持ってきたのはこのアウラの
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the auras, horns, and scales.
できるだけね皆さんのイメージ損なわないように注意しつつ行っているグラフィックスアップデートなんですが、
Again, we've been tweaking it a lot with our new graphical update.
中でも前回途中経過注目されたのアウラ族の角とかそれから鱗の表現っていうものに、いろんなフィードバックいただきました。
So yes, our main goal was to introduce these fine adjustments that won't feel too drastic and ruin that unique look that we've all gotten used to. And if you recall, this includes tweaks to polishing things like the aura, horns, and scales.
まず次にお見せするのが前回北米でお見せした途中経過のスクリーンショットです。
Okay, so first off, we're going to start by showing you what we showed you back in Las Vegas.
これがね前回お伝えしたもの。
All right, and this is what we showed you last time.
yeah, I mean, I guess they
角の表面と
the
か
horns and scales
鱗
look a
に結構
little
光
rough.
の
Like they don't
反
look
射が
terrible.
あってちょっとエナメルっぽい質感だった自分たちのイメージとちょっと違ったっていうフィードバックも、結構議論として寄せられてました。
So back in Las Vegas, the horns and scales that we showed you were very reflective and had a very strong enamel type of feel, and it was not something that a lot of people had expected.
まあこれはこれでやっぱりこう反射があるので、まあクオリティとしては比較的高く見えやすい気はするんですが、
And with this reflectivity, I mean, it looks very high quality, so it was good for showing off that improved in quality of the horns.
我々が 3.0 で、企画した時のアウラの元のイメージに近づけるようにさらに、継続して調整を続けてきました。
But it didn't really match our vision of what we wanted the aura to look like from our original design back at 3.0, so we continued tweaking.
すごい微妙なのでメインキャラクターアウラの人ちょっと一生懸命画面見てください。
All right, and so this is where we are. It's a very, very small change, so look very, very closely. Okay? And
これが前回
this is before,
After
after.
All right, why are they wasting time on this?
すいませんね。
Sorry,
Yeah.
it wasn't even more exciting.
まあ光沢がね強く出ていた質感をちょっと落として本体の色へ近づけてよりなじませるっていうことをやってます。
So we're continuing our work on lowering that reflectivity to be able to get the horn color to something more natural and closer to what we originally intended.
前回お見せした他の種族というのもですね前回のものがフィックスではなく、皆さんのその感想フィードバック見てどんどんギリギリまで細かくクオリティアップや調整を続けています。
So this goes for all of the updates for the other races as well. We've been receiving a lot of feedback, and what we showed you in Las Vegas wasn't the final product, but a work in progress.
ちなみになんですけど、
Okay.
このスクリーンショットのこのアウラの女性のね首にちょっとライン入ってるんですけど、
And so some of you with some very good eyes maybe notice a little line on the neck
これ
of
ちょ
the
っと
female aura.
急いで首くっつけたんでちょっと
And so basically when creating this, we had to rush and like we just took a head and popped it on a body.
これは大丈夫、治るんで。
We'll fix this. Don't worry.
次なんですが、さらに細かいお話をちょっとさせてください。
So we talked about something very detailed, and so for next we're going to talk about something even more detailed.
ファイナルファンタジー
Holy
14、
shit.
9番と呼ばれているオリジナルのファイナルファンタジー14が13年前にリリースされ、その時から、より快適に遊べるようにという形でレルムリボーンが作られてます。
So as many of you know, the original Final Fantasy XIV was released almost 13 years ago. Then a couple years after that, A Realm Reborn was released to improve upon the original.
1.0 から遊んでるよ。
How many people here have been playing since 1.0?
Oh.
Legacy.
Yo, Alpha Day 1, let's go.
でその新生版を作るにあたってですね、やはりこうできるだけ短い期間で作り上げていくということで、旧14のそのモデリングっていうのをうまくアレンジしてここまでやってきたという歴史が実はあります。
So when making the move from 1.0 to A Realm Reborn, we didn't have a lot of time. So we ended up having to repurpose some of the original character models for A Realm Reborn.
今回グラフィックスアップデートではそれらの調整を行う際にこの9番から使っていたモデルというのにも改めて全てに手を入れて完全に新しいものへと進化させることにしました。
And so now, to coincide with the graphical update, we had to revisit our use of these older 1.0 models.
これこそめちゃくちゃ細かいのでちょっとよく見てください。
Okay, this is going to get really, really detailed, so look carefully.
ララフェルですね。
Okay, so we have our Lalafell.
これ現在のララフェルです。
This is the Lalafell that's in game right now.
可愛いですね。
And of course, cute as ever.
ちょっとですね、ここに注目してください。
So I want you to focus on this part of the face.
そのあたりです。
So yeah, right there around the chin.
できる限りですね、
Are
キ
they
ャ
gonna
ラ
give
クタ
us
ーモデルを軽くかつ高品質に見せるた
Stubble
めに
for every character face.
ローポリゴンを実はですね、ほっぺたの下にすごい
Or is this going to be another, like, just change it and you can't even tell thing?
入れてですね、そこでこう顎の影のラインをつけるみたいなすごいこうなんて言ったらいいんだろう、テクニックみたいなことを実はやってます。
So, to ensure character models weren't a burden on the system, but also maintain a high visual quality, we implemented the use of these low polygon shapes. And the remnants of those can kind of be seen today in around the cheek and the jawline, those straight lines.
ただ今回キャラクターの肌の質感を上げてより影がリアルに滑らかに表示されていくためにですね、ノーマルマップと呼んでいる顔の凹凸データみたいなものっていうのも全て改めて綺麗に作り直しています。
Okay, so with the graphical update, however, we went back and we retooled and recreated what is called our normal map data, which in other words is basically this data that's meant to represent the bumps and dips and irregularities of those textures.
そのためですね、その新しいグラフィックスの状態に、この旧の状態のモデルをそのテクニックを残したままにしてしまうと逆にその非常に小さいポリゴンが不自然な影を作ってしまうみたいなことが、出てきました。
Okay, however, by doing that, it caused some conflicts with the existing low polygon data that we'd been using since 1.0, creating even these more mysterious bumps and dips in shadows.
わかるかな？
Can you tell?
わかる？
So there, and that's what happened.
ここにね、すごい微妙に外側に尖ったポリゴンが影の邪魔をしてるんです。
So you can see kind of there's these bumps on the chin that are kind of affecting the shadows.
いや、わかんねえよっていう反応だなこれ。
And everybody's like, I don't know, see, what?
ただこれ
this is-
ララフェル使ってる方どれぐらいいます？
I don't know what's more of
How many
a
people are
waste
using
of
all of
time. showing us these super minor
皆
like
さん自分のララフェルが一番可愛いと思ってますよね。
And so
or the dev time that they're using to make another limited job. Oh, we lost the stream. What's going on here? Let me refresh this here. Hello. Oh no. All right, I'm sorry guys. Let me. Oh, there it goes. Got
影がめっ
muted
ちゃ
too.
自然になったの分
We're
かり
good.
ます
We're back.
So you can
Everything's fine.
tell that like the shadow is now much more natural.
すごい細かいんですけど
It's very, very, you have to look very, very closely.
いやまあまあ基調講演で話す内容なのかって思わなくもないんですけど
I mean, you're probably all wondering, it's like, could we have not done this like at a different panel? Did it have to be at the keynote?
全てのプレイヤーの皆さんのキャラクターを何としても今皆さんが思っているキャラクターイメージのままよりクオリティアップをさせていくために担当のアーティストたちも僕もこう目を皿にして今と前をこう比較してほんのちょっとでもポリゴンの角があったら何なんだこのポリゴンはって言って、まあ、そういうことを日夜やっているのでぜひグラフィックスアップデート楽しみにしててくださいというお話です。
But again, we wanted to show you this especially because we wanted to show you just how hard we are working on this graphical update. We understand that you all love your characters and we don't want to change your characters, but we do want to make them look a lot better. And so we're working on these tiniest of issues to improve it. I'm there looking at everything. If I see even a hint of a polygon, I'm like, no polygon! And so, again, this is the extent of the work that we're doing, and we wanted to show that with you here today.
What a waste of everybody's time.
まあでもこれだけだとねいくらなんでもちょっと細かすぎるだろうということですごい分かりやすいスクリーンショット1個持ってきました。
All right, that was enough talk about the super tiny technical issues. Let's talk about something easy.
グラフィックスアップデートで、帽子と頭装備とですねメガネが同時に装備できるようになるキャラクター集めてみました。
And so, the glasses. Helmets, glasses, what's easier than that?
というわけで第一次グラフィック
I
スアッ
can
プデ
tell
ー
you
ト
it's
順
not.
調に作業進んでま
Vera
す。
and Rothgar.
All right, so development on that first
Headgear for
graphical update is
everything.
proceeding smoothly.
これまでの
We knew about
13
this.
年にわたる膨大なセットアーティストたちがですね必死に調整をしてくれてます。
Our artists are working tirelessly to improve all of our 13 years of graphical assets.
このグラフィックスアップデートやファイナルファンタジー14のグラフィックスがどんなテクニックを使って作られているのか、このファンフェスの開発パネルでも実際にツールの映像などを交えて、お見せしていこうと思います。
So for those of you who want to know more about this topic of graphical update, as well as the kind of techniques that the team uses to create Final Fantasy XIV, we have this great development panel coming up a little bit later that will show you all about how we do this and show you even some of the tools that we use.
かなり面白い内容になっていますので、ぜひ開発パネルの方にもご注目ください。
It's going to be really interesting, so we hope you look forward to it and are here to watch it with us.
ではどうしてもねスペック上がっちゃうので改めてちょっとおさらいしておきます。
All right, while we're here, we want to remind you one more time about the new minimum and recommended requirements.
もう準備したよっていう人。
How many people are ready to go?
お
All right.
半分ぐらいは大丈夫です
About
ね。
half, that's good.
そこまでめちゃくちゃ高くしないようにしてますので、ぜひすいませんがよろしくお願いしま
We
す。
haven't raised it too much, but please understand. Thank you.
はい。では、残りの時間 この先 7.0 までに、アップデートしていく内容の、追加情報をお届けしていければと思います。
All right, so finally today, I want to talk a little bit about the content we have planned before the release of 7.0.
All right, so this will be PvP.
まずは、北米で発表させていただいた Xbox バージョンに関してです。
in like a week.
All right, first off, we have the
Next week.
open beta test for the Xbox version.
はい、Xbox バージョンはですね、来年1月中旬から2月にかけて、スタートさせていただきます。
And our test is scheduled to begin in mid-January and continue through February.
このオープンベータでしっかり問題点洗い出してですね 7.0、黄金のレガシーより前に Xbox バージョンも正式サービスへ、移行させていただきます。
This is again to find problems before the release of 7.0 and smooth all of those out so that we have a smooth launch.
ぜひですね、オープンベータプレイをしていただきつつ 7.0 の冒険に、Xbox ファンの皆さん、備えていただければと思います。
So all of our Xbox users out there, we welcome you to join the test and help us make the game great.
では続いて、新しい 7.0 じゃないや 6.5X で実装されるコンテンツ動画をご用意してきましたのでまずそちらをご覧いただこうと思います。
And so now for our next announcement of 6.5x content, we have this special video. Roll it.
This will be Fall Guys then, probably. Yeah. How this works. I feel like 14 is really a game designed for this kind of and they've kind of worked on it in this way, like it's oh god, that is hideous. Where's the minion though? I figured, yeah, you get at least a minion.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
というわけで大変お待たせしました、ファイナルファンタジー14のゴールド操作にいよいよフォールガイズが実装となります。
All right, you've been waiting a long time for this. Fall Guys will finally be available in the gold saucer.
パッチ 6.51 ということで、実装日出てますね。10月31日パッチ 6.51 リリースとなります。
All right, and as it says here, it's planned for release on October 35th, patch 6.51.
もうすぐだね。
Yes, in just a week.
今回動画で、ご覧いただいた通りフォールガイズのエッセンスを、入れつつフォールガイズチームにも監修してもらいながらファイナルファンタジー14独自の味付けを行ったコラボレーションアトラクションとなっています。
So as you saw in the trailer, this collaboration will maintain that Fall Guys aesthetic. We had people from the Fall Guys dev team help us out, make sure that we followed that. But it will also feature this unique Final Fantasy XIV spin on all the frenetic Fall Guys gameplay we know and love.
こちらのコンテンツ24人まで同時にプレイすることが可能でもちろんマッチングにも対応させていただいてます。
This content is designed for groups of 24 players, with, of course, random party matching for players who don't arrive with their own alliance.
でこちらのフォールガイズなんですがちょっと特徴がありまして開催が、不定期というか何ヶ月かおきに開催されてしばらくお休みして開催されてしばらくお休みしてという数ヶ月おきにオープンとクローズを、繰り返していく予定です。
Okay, so one unique characteristic with this content is that it's not always going to be open. There will be periods of time where it is available and then period of times when it's not available. And we'll be repeating that over a cycle.
どうしてもそうしないとこう 一気にねやったらまた人が他のところ行っちゃってみたいなことになるので、定期的にやっていきますので、あまりね焦らずに皆さんの時間のある時に開催と合わせてやってってくれればと思います。
Again, we want to keep the balance between the two games and keep that fair. So we're going to have, again, times on and times off, so you can enjoy the Fall Guys content and then go back to other content.
もちろん多数のオリジナル報酬ご用意しておりますので、ぜひプレイしてそれらのギアも手に入れてみてください。
And of course, there will be a great deal of unique prizes for those who participate and win, so please look forward to it all.
ではもう一つ、6.5X シリーズで実装となる、特別なクエストについてお伝えしようと思います。
And next, we have one final big announcement for a special quest that's going to be appearing in the 6.5X series.
こちらも動画で
Okay.
まずはご紹介したいと思います。
We have a video to introduce this big announcement as well.
Oh, the
so roll
16.
it.
16 collab. It's the Garuda fight. They're giving us the 15 Garuda fight, where it's like we fight the. Nah, it's still a trial, so. The 15 collab, you fought Garuda in the Garuda trial, but it was the. Oh, okay, and we get a Torgal minion and the Clive outfit. Okay.
ありがとうございます。
And then is Ben gonna come out on stage? Who knows?
というわけでですね、ファイナルファンタジーシリーズ最新作16とのクロスオーバークエストのお知らせです。
That's right, we can finally announce our Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy XVI crossover event.
Yeah,
フ
this
ァイナルファン
is
タジー
basically
16
getting the
の
15
プロデュー
treatment.
サーの吉田さんから OK が出ましたんで、
So yeah, I asked the producer on Final Fantasy XVI, you might know him, Naoki Yoshida. He said it was okay, so here we go.
頑張って作りますと。
That's right.
この永遠の旅路という物語、ファイナルファンタジー16の主人公であるクライブ・ロズフィールドと光の戦士の出会いの物語となってます。
All right, it's called The Path Infernal, and of course will feature 16's protagonist, Clive Rosfield, fighting alongside the Warriors of Light.
Yeah, that's exactly like the 15 collab.
もちろんまだまだファイナルファンタジー16未プレイドという方もいらっしゃると思いますし、PS5 版今年の冬に買うよと、PC 版出たら買うよというふうに待ってらっしゃる方もいると思いますので、あまり過剰な16のネタバレにならないよう仕上げておきました。
Again, we've written a story so that it doesn't spoil too much of 16 for those players who have yet to play Final Fantasy XVI, are looking to buy a PlayStation 5 this Christmas, or maybe waiting for the PC version. But there's enough in it so that everyone should have a lot of fun.
先ほど動画でご覧いただいた通り、16で大人気であるトルガルという、狼の、報酬など多数ギアご用意しております。
And I bet you all saw the Torgal goodies in that teaser trailer. Yeah. Rest assured, there'll be a lot of unique loot for this collab, including gear.
I mean, it's not a lot. Like you showed
オートコン
everything.
ボくれ確かにね、オートコンボコラボレーションで出てきたらちょっと面白い。
That would be great. That's a good idea. Have those auto combos in there.
でもそのリングつけるとアイテムレベル下がるよ。
Oh yeah, but if you do put on the rings of the timely rings, then your item level is going to go down. So I don't know.
ぜひですね、ある意味物語の導入に近い、それほどね、壮大な物語というよりは16の世界を垣間見るような冒険になっています。ぜひ、それらをプレイしてですね、 PC 版だったり、それからファイナルファンタジー16の DLC などにもご期待しつつ、両方14も16も楽しんでいただければ嬉しいですと、ファイナルファンタジー16のプロデューサーの吉田さんからコメントを預かってきております。
So, again, we'd like you to think of this collaboration as kind of an introduction to the world of Final Fantasy XVI for all of our Final Fantasy XIV players. We can't wait for you to get your hands on this new content, and we're currently developing alongside Final Fantasy XVI DLC and the PC version. And of course, we got the okay from the producer, and he told us that, it was okay to go. So, we're going to do it.
ありがとうございます。では、ちょっとここでお知らせを最後、基調講演ではあるんですが、させてください。
Okay, so next up we have a final announcement.
クラウドデータセンターというもののテスト、我々進めております。
All right, as I talked about recently, we have a cloud server, cloud data center stress test coming up.
今まで、皆さんがプレイしてくださっている、データセンターというのは物理で、出来上がってるんですが、今回クラウドというたくさんの、マシンをつなぎ合わせてちょっとね動的に、大きくしたり小さくしたりできる、それをクラウドってよく呼ぶんですけど、それによってサーバーの拡張性が柔軟になるっていうクラウドデータセンターでプレイヤーの皆さんにぜひテストをお願いしたいです。
All right, basically, up until now, all of our data centers have been using physical servers. And we want to do this test with the cloud servers to make it easier to expand these. And so, to help do this, we need your help with the test.
5年前から検証スタートして、特にこの3年かなり一生懸命いろんな企業さんと組んで構築してきたんですけど、クラウドデータセンターでプレイしたとき、実際にはどんな負荷がかかるのか、どんな問題が出るのか、ぜひ洗い出しをさせてください。
So we have spent the past several years exploring this possibility of expanding our data centers via the cloud servers, and we're at a point now that we need your help to help us with, find out any kind of things and issues that may occur.
これからもファイナルファンタジー14どんどん拡張していくために、ぜひ皆さんのお手伝い、お力をお貸しいただきたいです。
Again, we would deeply appreciate your participation, as it will help us continue to expand our game and our community.
その概要こちらになります。
So we're going to talk a little bit about what this test entails.
東海岸で、実際にクラウドデータセンターを行うんですが、アメリカのただヨーロッパ側からのテストもぜひお願いしたいです。
So the test will be conducted via our North American East Coast data center. That said, we encourage players from all over the world near Japan to join the test.
そうですね。もちろん日本の方もぜひよろしくお願いします。
Players from Japan as well, you're welcome to join.
新規キャラクターのみ、作成可能で、テスト終了時に申し訳ありません、データは一旦ワイプさせていただきます。
All right, so we're going to be asking players to create new characters for the test, but unfortunately we're going to have to wipe those characters after the test is over.
その他いくつかちょっと制約はあるんですが、キャラクターを作った際にですね、メインクエストや各ジョブのレベルをアップさせる冒険録、このキャラクターにプレゼントさせていただきます。
And as you can see, there are several other restrictions, but to help players jump right into the test right away, we will be offering Tales of Adventure for all the main scenario and all the main jobs.
ギルも5000万ギルお渡しします。
And also going to give you 50 million gil.
ぜひ皆さんでですね、皆さんは自由にいろんなコンテンツをマッチングしてプレイしていただければいいだけです。
Again, we won't be asking players to play a certain way. We just need to have you come in and enjoy as much content as possible.
はい、ぜひ皆さんでさまざまなコンテンツプレイしていただけると大変助かります。
And again, we hope that you all join us in this test.
どうか皆さんのお力、ぜひ14のためにお貸しください。
Again, this is for 14, this is for our future, and we hope to see you join the test.
さあ、僕の基調講演もいよいよ終わろうとしておりますので、今回このドントレール黄金のレガシー、もちろん、ファイナルファンタジーシリーズイメージアート数々ねお描きいただいている天野先生にも今回ドントレーラーイメージイラスト描いていただいてます。
All right, so before we wrap things up this morning, there's one last slide I'd like to show you. All new Dawn Trail artwork by the one, the only Yoshitaka Amano.
That'll be the collector's edition. Yeah, that's collector's edition artwork, probably.
ファイナルファンタジー3をね、ちょっと彷彿とさせるような。
Something about this artwork
look
reminds me a lot of
forward
the
to it.
original Final Fantasy III artwork.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was trying to...
天野先生も、非常にノリノリでいつもファイナルファンタジー14イメージイラスト描いていただいておりますので、今回もものすごいスピードで仕上げていただきました。
And Amano-san really enjoys making artwork for Final Fantasy XIV, and he created this in a short amount of time.
さて、欧州ファンフェスティバル、スタートを飾る基調講演として、僕の、トークセッションでしたが、今日お話しできるのはここまでとなります。
All right, that's all for today's keynote. I can't say any more.
この先の最後のいろいろ隠された情報をすべてぶちまけていくのは、日本のファンフェスで行わせていただきたいと思います。
But I will be able to talk more when we see you again next at our keynote at Tokyo Fan Festival.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you.
ではこのままオープニングセレモニーの方に移っていきたいと思います。
All right, so now it's time to move into our opening ceremony.
そのオープニングに際してですね、
You need both swords for the opening ceremony.
いやもうクリッカーいらないからさ。
Okay. Weapon change.
今回ロンドンのファンフェス、ここから開幕していきますが、とてもスペシャルなゲストにお越しいただいております。
All right, but before we move to the opening ceremony, I first need to summon a very important guest here with us for FanFest.
That's not
ファイナルファンタジーシリーズの生みの親、
The father of Final Fantasy,
ヒロノブ坂口。いやもう14プレイ始めてくださって2年以上ですよね。
もうガチで。
So it's been about 2 years since you started Final Fantasy XIV?
Oh yeah,
こ
hardcore.
こみんな非化戦なんですよね。
So everybody here is a warrior of light?
ウォーリアーブライト。
すみません、仲間です。
Yeah, I
It's so
am one
weird,
of
like-
you.
まだ2年のちょっと
So
新
wild
人で
seeing
すけど仲
Sakaguchi
間です。
come on,
Although
like,
I've only been playing for 2
as a
years, so
fan,
I'm rather
kind of.
new to the scene.
もう毎日ほぼインして14が僕の生活の 30% ぐらいを占めている。もう本当に14万歳。
So I've been logging in every day, and I think it takes up about a third of my life, basically. So I just love 14.
いや
まあぜひ今日から2日間皆さんとのミート&グリートもありますし、今日明日ステージにも、特別コーナーご用意してますので、ぜひですね最後までプレイヤーのもう本当光の戦士として来たっておっしゃってましたんで。
Sakaguchi-san will be here with us for the next 2 days for stages, for signing sessions. So if you see him, please, sir, to make you say hello because he's one of us.
あ今日はね一つお礼を言いたくて。
Oh, there's one thing I wanted to mention. I wanted to show
Yoshida-san.
my gratitude to you, Yoshida-san.
カッパありがとうございます。
Thank you for that in costume.
oh, for the
もう
kappa.
カッパ最高でございます。
I love that outfit. Thank you so much for that.
カッパのコスプレ作りましょうか。
So do we need to make some cosplay for you for that?
やりましょうか。
Yes, please.
じゃあ改めまして、光の戦士の皆さん、放送見てる皆さんにも一言何かご挨拶お願
All
い
right,
できますか。
so do you have a message for us here as well as everyone watching on the stream?
もう本当に世界中の方が見てらっしゃる。
見てらっしゃいます。はい。
Everybody around the world is watching, huh?
Yeah.
カ
Don't
ッ
miss it
パあ
out.
りがとう。
Thank you for the kappa imp outfit.
まあ本当にこれだけ大勢の人でもちろん見てる方、まあそういう みんなとその14の中で出会えて一緒に冒険できるっていう本当にこの素晴らしい場所だと思うので14は本当になんだろう心から感謝したいと思います。本当にこれからもみんなで冒険しましょう。本当にありがとうございます。
And so there's so many people watching here as well as on the live stream, and it's just amazing to think how we can meet with each other in Final Fantasy XIV and go on our adventure together. It's such a wonderful place, this Final Fantasy XIV, so I really want to show my gratitude from the bottom of my heart. I would love to continue on this journey with you all.
さあではこれから2日間皆さん盛り上がっていきますので、ここからは開発チーム運営チームのみんなも登場してオープニングセレモニーに移っていきたいと思います。
All right, so let's have a great 2 days. And to help us, let us welcome to the stage our development and operations team.
ありがとうございます。
Welcome to Fan Festival 2023 in London.
I used to know a bunch of the EU community people, but I
My
don't
name
know
is
who any of these
Tasha.
people
Some
are
of you
anymore.
might recognize me as Kiwi Kopo from EU Community Team, and I will be your host for this event. This is actually my first time on stage at Fan Festival, so I'm super excited and honored to be here, and I look forward to spending the next 2 days with you all. But that's enough from me, because please give a very warm FanFest welcome to our lovely folks coming in all the way from Japan, our dev team.
皆さん、はじめまして、テクニカルアーティストの岡下と申します。
Hello everyone, it's nice to meet you. I am Tatsuya Okahisa, a technical artist.
本日はこの後の開発パネルに参加する予定です。
So today's plan for me is to speak at the developers panel later today.
テクニカルアーティストって何だろうって思われた方はぜひこの後の開発パネルをご覧ください。
If you're wondering what a technical artist is, I hope you watch the developers panel later.
グラフィックスアップデートの内容も盛りだくさんでお届けしたいと思います。
We'll be talking about some of the elements that are going
Right?
into the
Yeah, I
graphical
think
updates as well.
For me,
2日間楽しんでいきましょう。よろしくお願いいたします。
Let's have fun this next
done.
2 days. Thank you so much.
the whole keynote was great, and then everything after the 11 announcement was downhill.
はい、皆さん、
Like
こん
as
に
soon as
ち
you're
は。
like,
バック
oh,
グラウンドアー
and
ティ
they
スト
had
の
me
志田
crying,
正人と申し
and
ま
then
す。
they're like limited
Hello
job.
everyone,
I'm
my
like,
name is
this
Masato
sucked.
Shida.
So it
I
just,
am a background
like,
artist.
Fell off a cliff for me. Like the
皆さん楽しんでます
Fall Guys
か？
collab stuff, like
Is
that's
everybody
cool. The
having fun
16
so
stuff
far?
is cool. Like it looks like it's basically a templated collab,
私
like
は
the 15 collab.
時
Like,
差ボケで
here's
正
the,
直
here's a
眠いです
primal。in the same 14
Me,
fight,
I'm
but it's
suffering
slightly
from
different.
jet
You get like
lag,
a
so I'm
2D
quite
action
sleepy right now.
minion clone. Like it's the
今
same
回はです
type
ね
of、collab.
岡
Like
久さんと
nothing
一緒に
feels
開
new
発パネルをやります。
to that.
So I'm here with
so
Mr. Okahisa to do the
that's
development
fine.
panel.
Like it's fine that it's templated, right?
ステージ上で眠らないように気をつけますので。
I will
I think
be very
11 I mean,
careful not
obviously
to
for
fall
me,
asleep
11
while I'm on
is-
stage.
11 is the best part of this for sure.
またすぐお会いしましょう。よろしくお願いします。
I will see you very soon. Thank you again.
Hey everybody, I spent
Yeah, dude, like Yoshida and
spent so
Koji
much time
flew
prepping
in.
for the keynote, I kind of forgot to
From Brazil.
make a speech for the opening ceremony. But I'm really excited to be back
'Cause they were just
in
at the
London.
Brazil game
I
show.
love being a part of all of this,
So they've
meeting
they've
all of
been
you.
very busy.
We have some great interpreters that are going to be handling this stuff on stage. That means I get to spend a lot of time down on the floor. If you see me, want to take a selfie, want to hug me, let's do it. I'm here for you. Let's have a great time. Thank you.
My name is Masayoshi Soken. Final Fantasy XIV Sound Director. Please welcome Fan Festival 2023 in London.
それさっき俺言ったやつ。
That's what I already said. I already said that.
ですね、ここから日本語でいきます。
Pardon me for starting in Japanese from here.
新しいトレーラーの音楽はいかがでしたか？
I wanted to ask, what did you think of the new music in the music in the new trailer?
Thank you, thank you. 本日のファンフェスティバルいらっしゃった皆さん、本日はなんとピアノコンサートがございます。
So, for those attending today's Fan Festival sessions, we will be having a piano concert later today.
そして明日はプライマルズのロックコンサートがあります。
And then tomorrow, we will have the Primals perform in a rock concert.
Let's have a fun!
Hello everyone. My name is Toshio Morochi. You are global community processor here, also known as a Fox Clone. Nice to meet you. コミュニティチームモルボルことムロウチです。お久しぶりです。So actually, the London is personally a very special place for me personally because back in 2004, I was actually living in London to bring up the European service of Final Fantasy XI, and after around 20 years. I finally revealed a new alliance with Series A Cross of Vana'diel. So now I'm very feeling old officially.
That's really cool. I didn't know that about him.
個人的にはですね、ロンドンすごい思い出深い年でして、2004年頃ロンドンに住んでまして、ヨーロッパのファイナルファンタジー11のサービスを立ち上げるために住んでたんですけど。まさか20年経ったらここでね14で新しい11のアライアンスレードが発表されるとはまあそれは年も取ったなと思うところでございます。So yeah, so anyway, I will be wandering around all around the venue for next 2 days. So let's have fun together. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Heather and I will be interpreting for some of the stages at the London Fan Fest. It is my first time on stage at a Fan Fest and I'm super excited. I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you.
Better communications assistant manager. I don't think I've seen him.
I'd just like to say a quick hello to everyone on the stream as well. 配信をご覧になっている皆さん、こんにちは、ヘダルと言います。今回のロンドンファンフェスで一部のステージの通訳をさせていただきます。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Hello everyone, I'm here from the Los Angeles office of Square Enix. I'll also be helping translate some of the stage panels. I hope we all have fun the next 2 days. Thank you so much.
さあ、それでは2日間盛り上がってまいりましょ
う。All right, let's have a great 2 days.
Let's enjoy Fan Festival!